there, I'm Cadence Kidwell. We're going to show you new markdowns in our Fuzzy Goat twice a year clear out sale. Sorry for the delay. Some of the things I was going to show you this morning got purchased last night, so I had to kind of alter my outline and make sure I pulled them so I didn't unfairly show them to you. So it took me a second to do that, more than a second. We had some nice orders. Thank you very much for your support of our little shop. I'm going to start with Manos Fino. This is a yarn I'm actually using myself right now in my woodland cardigan. I usually get it confused with something else, and Melissa laughs every time I pause to remember it is the woodland cardigan that I'm using Fino in. I love this yarn. It's a non-superwash single ply. It also has 30% silk in it. And some of the colors are in our sale. And so the colors that are in our sale were $44, and now they're $24.20. So you're going to save $19.80. With one skein, you can make Hoki's Lone Skein Shawl. Elaine knit this up for us. It's really fun. If you have some variation in your skein, it'll be really nice in there. I like the little tassels. Elaine did the knitting and I did the little tassels. It's a fair trade. And one skein will do it. Also, these skeins are really generous, 490 yards. And if you wanted to try a garment, Melissa made the pleated top here. Super cute. You guys might remember that. And she did hers with one that had a fair amount of variation in it, and it still was really lovely. And so this color here, we have several of. It's called Parasol, and that would be really cute. And the pleats showed up really nicely in the, this is Fino, Nancy. The pleat showed up really nicely and crisp in this non-superwash yarn. So the Fino is now $24.20, some of the colors. All right, what else have I got on my list here? Once Fingering. Wheel this card, oops, over here. We have lots of great colors in the Once Fingering. The rainbow, let's see, I tried to show you this once before. Let's see if I could do this. Hey, Kara. See all the different colors we have here. It's like all the colors of the rainbow. Of course, easier to see online, but I want you to get a sense of that. Got the blue up top. So this Once Fingering is really soft because it's got lots and lots of plies in there. See if I untwist it. Maybe you can see that there. And it was $28 for 440 yards, and now it's $15.40. So you're going to save $12.60. How our sale works is nothing has a birthday, nothing sticks around for 6 months, and we didn't have that much that was that. It was kind of a sad sale. So we bring in even more, and this Once is one of those things. And then we have different markdowns. So we are in our second markdown where everything now is at least 45% off. So lots of good deals. And this Once Fingering, you can make the Virginia top. I call it a vest, but it would be a cute top as well. It's really great in a solid because it's got this lace work and these little baubles and stuff. Though to be fair, you start on the back, and I did one set of baubles on the back. They're teeny tiny, and I'm like, I'm not doing them all the way down the back. I didn't do any more. So I had one right there where you could see it, and then no more, and then I just did the baubles on the front. But you could do the Virginia top in this fingering, and let's see, if you wanted a nice neutral, you could do it in this color here. This one is linen, or something really spicy. I like this one here. This one's cherry. So those would be great in that. And if you didn't want to do a garment, you could do the Lovespoon shawl, and you would need 2 skeins for that. They're now $15.40. So that is less than $40 for a lovely hand knit piece. Of course, all of your time as well. So the sale is a great time to get items to knit for other people, or if you want to encourage other people to knit. I know our friend Amy down in Live Oak is stocking up through our sale because she's teaching a lot of young girls to knit. So we're super excited to, be able to offer something that helps her in that endeavor as well. And other fingering yarn that's in the sale is our Alegria from Manos. And this one, Alegria, was $38. It's now $20.90. So you're going to save $17.10. This color here is Juanita, and it's got 445 yards. It also has some nylon in it, so it would be great for socks, and it is super wash. You could use one skein and make the vanilla shawl, or a Reina would be great in this. Melissa has made a wildflowers tee, and that would be really fun, I think, in this Bright Ideas, because this lace work here is strong enough to stand up to this burst of color. And we have Bright Idea in both Alegria and Alegria Grande, which is the worsted. I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, they're just $17.10 for a skein of Manos Fingering. Then we have some non-superwash from our friends at Mitchell Wool. And this is a really special yarn because this is their sock yarn, but instead of nylon, and they're very close to their flock and make sure everything is environmentally safe. Instead of using nylon, they use tencel, which is a plant fiber. So it gives it the strength and the bounce that you want for socks. And this was $32 because they're special yarns. And now they're $12.80 and you save $19.20. They are 50 gram, they are 200 yards each, so they are smaller. So one would make one sock, or one might make a pair of like no-show socks. The names are so cute. This one's Barn and this one's Piglet. And I think those are the two colors we have. Oh wait, a little bit of papaya is left too. In fact, you could do a really fun fade with those three colors. That would be lovely. And you could use those in the Leaflette Shawl. Would be really pretty too with that little bit of lace in there. Yeah, yeah. Okay, speaking of socks, our Feza footballs, I call them footballs here. All these different colors. They were $20 and now they're $11. So lots of great sock yarn, 459 yards. Self-striping for $11. So that's a deal. You're going to save $9 on those. And Melissa made the Luminous tee with some self-striping sock yarn, and it turned out really sweet. Let's look at Milo. Milo is the yarn that was intended for licorice twist, which is what I'm wearing now. And you could use that, I think. Several people have started planning ones like this, and this is in Pollen. We have Pollen and Savannah. Pollen's a little punchier, Savannah's a little more neutral. And Milo's a great yarn because it's merino and linen. So that's really nice. And it was $38 and now it's $20.90. So you're going to save $17.10 and you can make the licorice twist vest. I made mine a little shorter because I knew how I wanted to wear it over things. Well, you kind of have to wear it over things because I love the split hem. And I also started my neck decreases because it's bottom up. I started my neck sooner because I wanted my neck just a little lower. As you can see, it is not low at all, but I did not want it just a little higher. Kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know if any of you guys are like that. So it would feel lovely in this really crisp stitch definition. Also in our sale, because we're getting new colors coming this fall, is just, are these all the same color? Yes. Just two colors. We have 4 skeins of Artibus, I believe, and one of okay. We have 3 skeins of Artibus and 2 of Lichen, and I'll show you what you can make with it. Okay, so this is Sweet Georgia yarns. They look very similar, but this one has a little more green in it. This one has a little bit more rusts and so forth in it. They are mohair silk, and so it has just the slightest halo on it. They were $39 and now they're $21.45, and so you can save $17.55. And I showed you this when I did my shopping through the sale the other day, and you could make it with this, you could make Caine with that, and it would just be lovely and have this nice drape in there. And I honestly think you could, if you needed more than the 3 or 2 that we have, I honestly think that you could fade from one to the other, and it would be just fine to do that. Yeah, okay, so I just had to visit with them just a little bit longer. All right, now let's visit our Urth Once Worsted. Ooh, okay, Urth Once Worsted. Just like the fingering, it was $28 and now it's $15.40. And I also thought of some samples that we have in the shop that would be great. I'm going to use this as a DK and make Caitlin Hunter's Halu, H-A-L-U, in this green color. Oh, I just love that. And so we have the same range of colors that we have for the fingering. It is a very thin worsted. So I brought over Build Those Bridges because you could use 2 skeins of that and make Build Those Bridges, which calls for a DK. And look at the fun you could have putting different colors together. Let's see, we could get this fuchsia, and we could put it with indigo and do this. Let's see, I'm gonna kind of drape it on me. I know they don't go together. You could put those 2 together and make this. You could do 2 that are kind of similar and do grass and emerald, and you could put those 2 together. So again, for like just a little over $30, you could make a really lovely shawl. If you wanted to be neutral, you could go with linen and chocolate. And then of course there's some really great fall orangey rusty options with burnt orange and tangerine. And you could even put really nice blue options too. You could do bright blue with sky blue or bright blue with indigo. So lots of options. You could, and this is a really pretty easy pattern. After somebody's learned how to knit, this could be a good second or third pattern. I actually wrote this pattern for that reason. And you keep track of your rows, but if you get off and you get down to the bottom, the end of your row, and you don't have enough, I have a cheat in there so that you don't have to constantly be counting every time. And if you do the dots 1 row, then required, I mean, who cares, right? It's all going to turn out great. So that's Build Those Bridges. And even though it calls for a DK, I think this Once Worsted would be great. Another pattern that I wrote, I did not have this on my list to show you today, but is the Camden wrap. Both of these I wrote for Good Vibes. My friends Sarah and Janet write patterns galore. I have only written them for our Good Vibes, but they're all available for you guys now. And I wrote this one here, Camden wrap for a worsted. And Elaine knit this up for us in our the earlier version had it fade from one color to another. This is all one color. I wrote this for people who wanted a simple lace pattern that didn't have increases or decreases. We get asked that a lot. And it would, the reason I'm showing you this is it would be great in the Urth Once Worsted. So even though this yarn is plumper, yours might, you know, if you use the Urth Once Worsted, you would want to go down a size. And we also, because our friend Karen wore this like this, she knit this one year and then she put buttons on it and she was so stylish. So I put buttons on mine too, because I wanted to be as stylish as Karen. And then, but the buttons are completely optional, but those holes there are big enough. And then you can kind of wear it like that. Isn't that fun? So you would need 2 skeins of the Urth Once Worsted to make the Camden wrap. So I thought I'd share that with you since I sewed the buttons on last night after Elaine graciously knit the sample for us. What else? Oh, Melissa has a few other ones here that I can show you. This one here, an all summer tee. This would be a great yarn for that because it's some of the most solid yarns that we have. Yes, Debbie, we are open today. I'm sorry if others have asked questions. I'm just rambling here and I haven't seen all the questions. Urth Once Worsted is the most solid of many of our yarns. We had Donna in the other day and she was looking for a solid. And with the yarns we carry, it's harder to come by because we use mostly indie dyers. This is still a small family-owned company, but they do mill their yarn in ways that they can get that consistent dye lot very solid. And so a tee like this would be perfect for that. So then I want to show you one more worsted yarn. Let's take you with me here. Come up here into the corner. Hey, Marcia and Carol. Okay, so here is our worsted Alegria Grande. We have these three colors. So it's just like the Alegria, but thicker. It's worsted. And Carolina is knitting the Claude sweater. And I've shown you this because it's pieced. Don't be afraid of the piecing. It's going to keep this thing from just dripping, you know, and just growing, especially with that garter stitch. So the seams are going to be really a great way to give it some structure. Really simple and plain, lots of dramatic gestures like the poofy sleeves and the poof at the waist. So it'd be really cute and bright idea. But it would also be great in Colorado River. And this one was $35 and now it's $19.25. And this one here is Parrot. And Parrot does have some variations among the skeins, and we will do our best to pair them up for you because sometimes they come out a little different. That's what happens when you have the hand dyed versus the mill dyed over there. And then we have Silk Blend, and Silk Blend would also be great for the Licorice twist. And we have lots of different colors here. Let me just grab some of them. We have to have a blue. All right, Midnight and Cherry Blossom and Wild Orchid. I was pulling a lot of this morning for orders, and Bing Cherry. And so this, where's my notes about this one here? Silk Blend. Ah, okay. Was $26, now it's $14.30. $14.30 for a skein of silk and merino wool, 150 yards. And what can you do with it? You could make this, the Licorice twist. One skein, though it would be small, would make the Age of Brass and Steam. And I thought I brought it over here, but I do not see it. So it's a small kerchief, and we have the link to it up there. Let me just see. Oh, here it is. Coming back. I didn't leave you. Oh, it's stuck in the wheel here. Voila. Okay. Susan knit this for us, and though we don't have this color, you could do a Age of Brass and Steam. This one is one skein of DK. This is a DK. You might need two, so it's still $30, less than $30 to do one this size. You could even do it smaller and have like a little Sophie scarf kind of situation. And you would have a silk and merino scarf for yourself or ready to give. And this has been really popular too. Lots of people have knit up the Cherry Rumble. I've seen really great fun ones where the lace is one color and the trim is the same color as the lace, and then the body is another. And Elaine knit this up, and it is beautiful in the Silk Blend. Then we have a couple kits left in the sale. Let's go this way. Our Antelope Valley Snood kit. Whoops. Again, Elaine knit that sample. I'll work right up too close to you guys. Blocked myself into a corner. This is the Antelope Valley Snood here. And so you get all these yarns, all these wool stock fingering yarns in there. So even if you don't want to make that, it's a great deal because you can get all these different skeins of yarn that you could use for all sorts of things, color work and so forth. And it was $120.20. It was $120 and now it's $66. So you're going to save $54 on the Antelope Valley Snood. And we have just a handful of those left. We also have some of the Festive Night Shawl kits left. Again, you can use all the yarns and a kit you could use for something else. This is the Festive Night Shawl. It was $198. because it's got a lot of silk yarns in it. And now it's $108.90, so you're gonna save $89 on that. And then we have a few of the crayon box, one of each color left. Again, you don't have to use the yarns to make this crochet blanket, but you absolutely could, and the crochet blanket is adorable. We have one with the natural color and then one with the blue color, just like you see in the picture. And then you get all these minis in there too. So that's a lot of yarn you can get for now $143 of that Manos yarn. And then we have our crochet purse kits. This little tote, it was really fun. It comes with these handles and the wooden button, and it was $98. It comes with this really great cotton tape that is easy to work with, but not super stretchy when you're done. And they're now $53.90. And then over in the bag section, I just wanted to show you, see, it's thinning out over here, especially after I pulled last night's orders. We have our hide and hammer bags in the sale, sadly, but they were $140 and now they're $77. That's a really great deal on a hide and hammer bag from England. So you're gonna save $63. So it opens up as wide and as tall as that, but you can fold it down and then snap it up at different, at different sizes, depending on how much you wanted to put in there. The leather will soften up, but right now it's a little stiff. And then you can grab your handle and carry it like that. So that's a good deal in there too. Well, thanks for watching my little tour here of our second set of markdowns. I'm wearing the Licorice twist vest. I knit mine out of Manos Sammy. It was written for Milo, and we have some of the Milo over there in the sale. And I'm gonna go make sure all the links are up. And if you have any questions about the patterns and the yarns, or if you asked any questions in here and I didn't get to them, when I go put the links in, I'll go back through and try to answer them all. Thank you so much for supporting our little shop and helping us clear out and letting you guys have some really good deals. I really enjoy looking at what else can we put in the sale for you guys. Thank you.